So the Switch 2's been out for some time now, but you still can't get custom shells. ExtremeRate are working on it, but who knows when that's getting released. But what if I told you you can have something better than third-party plastic shells, because SKINPIXEL is actually hand painting some really cool designs on those Switch 2 Joy-Cons. Now SKINPIXEL has sent over 6 sets of Joy-Cons, and they are complete Joy-Cons. Each one has been customized in a different color or theme. So I guess the best thing to do now is unbox them all. So let's jump on over to the top down camera and take a look. So like I said, we have 6 complete sets of Joy-Cons in all different designs. So starting with the top left, we have Galaxy Dust from the Cosmic Collection. We have Voltage Drop, Coral and Bay, Cool and Tangy, Cherry Bomb and Indigo. This is from the Game Boy Advance collection. Got a feeling this is going to be my favourite. So we've actually got the original Joy-Cons just so we can remind ourselves what they look like. So we're going to be opening Voltage Drop first, and as you can see it is a full set of Joy-Cons. Now we do have these rails and they are in black, so these have been painted as well, which is a really nice touch because these are normally orangey red and blue. But we'll put those to one side. Let's have a look at the Joy-Cons themselves. As you can see, these are in a really nice purple and black, and he's actually gone to the trouble of painting loads of extra stuff on these Joy-Cons. So as you can see, we don't have any orange and blue whatsoever, well, apart from one tiny little bit, and I'll show you that in a moment. But these look absolutely fantastic. These look amazing. Now you can see the tiny dot of orange and blue, and this is the bit that sort of protrudes to release the Joy-Cons. As you can see, I'm just going to sort of open them up a bit, but I think that is really nice to keep those the original colours so you know which one is which. But just look how much SKINPIXEL's painted here. The buttons, the piece under the analog stick, these look absolutely fantastic. So if we grab my Switch 2 and I quickly chuck them on there, this is what it's going to look like when it's on your Switch. And this is just a massive improvement. This looks really nice. So next up we have Coral and Bay. So let's get these opened up and see what they look like. Now we can see that the original sort of rails are still blue and orange. So I was right, the other ones were painted. So that's a good to know. So we'll check, every time we check a new set of Joy-Cons, we'll have a look to see if they're painted as well. So anyway, Coral and Bay. Now these are not that impressive compared to the last ones, but then again, each to their own, it's your own taste, etc. But these have kind of like a fleckle look to them, if that's the right word. So it looks like it's got a very light sort of paint splatter. These do look really nice, and it's nice to see those accent strips down the side in a slightly different colour. I'm not a massive fan of the orange and blue, so I'd have liked to have seen that got rid of, maybe grey on those parts maybe. But again, these do look better than the original boring black ones. So next up we have Galaxy Dust from the Cosmic Collection. Now I'm really excited about these ones because I love the Galaxy look. Now as you can see, the rails are the original colour still, so we don't need to have a look at them. So let's get these Galaxy ones out, and as you can see, the purple, like a deep dark purple, but then they do have white sort of paint splatters on them to make it look like space, and these look really cool. I would have got rid of the orange and the blue and used black instead, but of course he will do whatever you like. I like how the sides are black and it sort of fades to a black from a purple. These do look amazing, but I do think that they just looked a lot better in black instead of the orange and blue, just like these ones over here. So next up we have Cool and Tangy, and I know which ones these are. These are sort of a throwback to the original Switch. So these are orange and blue. So just like the very first original V1 Switch, where you had the orange and blue Joy-Cons. So this is just kind of a throwback to that, and they do look pretty cool, but of course I was actually quite sick of the orange and blue ones. So this is just to show that you can actually have whatever you like. So next up we have Cherry Bomb. Now I'm assuming these are going to be red, and the rails are not painted, so we don't have to look at the rails. But anyway, this is Cherry Bomb, and I believe it's red. Yes, it is. So these ones, again, I do feel like it would be better if all the orange and blue was also painted black. Now these do look really cool, and it's nice to have a different colour on there, but I do think if you're going to spec these to have them hand painted yourself, I would get rid of all of the orange and black apart from the dots on the top we've seen before, but have it more like these voltage ones, because as you can see it does make a big difference. So last but not least we have the Game Boy Advance Indigo ones, and I'm telling you now, I've already seen these and they are my favourite by far. If we take out the Joy-Cons and have a look at the rails, yes, they are painted grey to match the rest of it, and as we start to take the Joy-Cons out, you can see what I mean here. These look absolutely fantastic. That indigo purple looks amazing, and having all the grey on there is just a really nice throwback to the Game Boy Advance, and it's awesome to see that he's taken the time to basically strip these down to little bits and paint absolutely everything. They look, like I said, these look amazing. So let's grab the Switch, stick them on there so we can have a look at the whole picture here, and yes, these are really nice. I wish I had a new back shell for it to match as well. Now of course, if you want to pick up some Joy-Cons or send yours off to get painted, check the link in the description below for the SKINPIXEL website, and of course I do have a discount code where you can get 10% off with code ARG10. Now of course, until third-party shells are available, it is a little bit expensive, I must admit. If you're sending in your own Joy-Cons, then that's great, but unfortunately, if you're having to buy a set of Joy-Cons for him to paint as well, then it does get a little bit more expensive. But what I'll do is, I'll keep you updated, and as soon as SKINPIXEL says to me, yep, I've got third-party shells in now, so check out the website, we'll probably do another little video and have a look, because by then there'll be loads more designs available. So I just want to thank SKINPIXEL for sending me all these Joy-Cons to have a look at. Now of course I will be sending them back to him, because this is a lot of money in Joy-Cons, and of course I just wanted the opportunity to share them with you guys so you can let me know what you think. As always, leave a comment below, let me know which is your favourite or what design that you would go for. So that about wraps it up for this video, but if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. I'm JP, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.